There's been a pressure building inside you, a restlessness, a feeling you couldn't explain, not even to the people closest to you. And maybe that's because they wouldn't understand what's truly happening to you right now. But I do. And whether you realize it or not, you're seeing this because everything you've been carrying, everything you've survived, everything you questioned, is finally about to make sense. Not eventually, not one day. Now. Pause for a moment. Feel that. Because that's not hope talking, that's recognition. You've been in a strange in-between space, a place where you kept going even when nothing around you reflected your effort. A place where you kept believing even when life seemed determined to test you. You stayed loyal to a promise your soul made long before your mind understood it. And you've done all of this silently. People saw you functioning, but they didn't see you breaking. People saw you strong, but they didn't see how heavy certain nights felt. People heard you say, "I'm fine," but they never heard the thoughts you battled in the dark. I know how that feels. You've walked through seasons you didn't have the language for. You've endured disappointments that felt unfair. You held yourself together when it would have been easier to let everything fall apart. And yet, even with all that pain, you kept choosing truth. You kept choosing integrity. You kept choosing to rise instead of retaliate. You kept facing forward even when you couldn't see the path. And here's something I need you to hear. That was not weakness. That was not foolishness. That was not wasted effort. That was alignment. And the universe watched every moment of it. There were times you thought God wasn't listening. Times you wondered if the universe had forgotten your name. Times you questioned whether any of what you were doing mattered. But listen closely now. Because this is where the message shifts from me speaking to you, to the universe speaking through me. I saw every moment you wanted to give up but didn't. I saw every silent battle you fought alone. I saw you choosing love when you were surrounded by people who chose the opposite. I saw you hold onto your character when life tried to break it. None of that was overlooked. None of that was wasted. None of that was for nothing. Your strength has been recorded. Your patience has been counted. Your perseverance has been acknowledged. And now, you're standing in the doorway of a season that was always meant for you. A season you've waited for, cried for, prayed for, whether you ever said it out loud or not. Let's talk about why everything feels so heavy. Because heaviness is not always a sign of punishment. Sometimes it's preparation. Sometimes the weight comes before the lift. Sometimes the confusion comes before the clarity. Sometimes the breaking comes before the breakthrough. Think about it. You weren't being destroyed. You were being stretched. You weren't being abandoned. You were being redirected. You weren't losing. You were being positioned. The hardest chapters of your life weren't the end. They were the introduction to a version of you that needed strength, real strength, to carry what's coming. You don't enter destiny in a weakened state. You enter destiny refined. And that refining, that's what the last season was. Look at your life honestly for a moment. All the people who walked away, they were never meant to go where you're going. All the things that fell apart, they were misaligned with the future you're stepping into. All the moments you thought were setbacks, they were pauses for recalibration. The universe doesn't withhold, but it does rearrange. It removes what isn't stable enough to hold you. It redirects what isn't aligned enough to grow with you. It clears the path long before you're ready to walk it. And you're ready now, more ready than you realize. That's why this video appeared. Not yesterday, not last month, not 3 heartbreaks ago, but now, at the exact moment your energy crossed a threshold. You've shifted, you've evolved, you've aligned, and your life is about to reflect that shift in ways you can't ignore anymore. There is something else you need to understand. During your hardest moments, the nights that felt endless, the situations that felt impossible, you weren't failing. You were being watched. Not in a punishing way, not in a judgmental way, but in a way a gardener watches a seed push against the soil. In a way a teacher watches a student solve a problem they once thought was impossible. Your growth has been witnessed. Your maturity has been noted. Your resilience has been honored. And now the universe is stepping forward with a different kind of message. It's time. Not almost, not soon, not keep waiting. It's time. The shift that felt distant is here. The clarity that felt blurry is sharpening. The support that felt invisible is revealing itself. The alignment you thought you lost is becoming undeniable. But this is important. Do not shrink now. Do not question yourself now. Do not sabotage this moment out of old fear, old wounds, or old patterns. If the last season taught you anything, it taught you this. You don't need to chase what's aligned with you. You don't need to beg for what's already yours. You don't need to force what's divinely timed. Your only responsibility in this new season is to stay true, stay honest, stay aligned with the version of you that survived the storm. Because this version of you, the one watching this video, the one who kept going despite everything, the one who didn't lose their softness even when life tried to harden them, this is the version that's about to thrive. So let me speak to your heart now. If you've been exhausted, let this message be the proof that rest is coming. If you've been confused, let this message be the reminder that understanding is unfolding. If you've been discouraged, let this message be the sign that something is shifting in your favor. If you've been telling yourself, "I can't keep doing this," the universe is responding. You're not going to have to much longer. Not because you're giving up, but because the breakthrough that felt far away has already started moving toward you. There is a moment in every spiritual journey when the suffering stops making sense. And then suddenly, all at once, it does. You're approaching that moment. Your click moment. Your alignment moment. Your nothing is the same after this moment. And you won't have to force it. It will simply unfold in front of you in a way you'll recognize instantly. So as we close, let me leave you with something. But before I do, drop this in the comments so the universe knows you're ready. I'm ready for my season of blessings. Because when we declare to the universe, it listens and responds. Beautiful soul. Let this be the moment something inside you finally feels found. If you came here doubting, let this be the sign that you are closer than you think, because you are. You're about to see why you didn't give up. You're about to understand what all the waiting was for. You're about to witness the purpose behind your pain. You're about to step into alignment so strong, you'll look back and say, "It was worth it. Every single part of it was worth it." And when that moment comes, you'll remember this video, my words, my message. You didn't see it by accident. You saw it right before everything started to click.